Hi everyone, we are back again at the H channel season 2. Okay, so today I'm very happy that I have Bill with me. Okay, we are now, see, look at the background, so nice weather. We are now at Alila 2, Tanjung Bunga. Okay, so today weather is very nice, great.
Quite cool breeze today.
Yeah,
yes.
not hot, you know, and very windy. Okay, so this time we actually very many thanks to Bill that accept our invitation.
You're quite welcome.
Bill is also one of our subscribers for our H channel. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So today why we want to interview Bill is because that Bill is come from US, right? And we want to ask Bill, you know, why he's here, you know, in Penang, you know. So today we want Bill to explain to us, you know, why he chose Penang. Okay.
Sure.
So before we start, maybe Bill, you just explain to us a little bit background about yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Again, my name is Bill. I am from the United States. I am here with my lovely wife, Lynn. We retired a few years ago, and we chose Penang. And today I'm going to help share why we chose Penang.
Penang.
Yeah.
How long already you are in Penang actually? How
3
many?
years now.
3 years?
Yeah, we arrived in September of 2018.
So it means 3 years ago, you are actually directly from US and then come here straight? Or you
I retired on August 2nd.
Okay.
And we arrived here September 23rd.
Wow.
6 weeks after retiring, we arrived here in Penang.
So it means you plan in advance.
Yeah.
You already earlier planned for it.
Yeah.
So I believe you are here via the MM2H?
Yeah, we're here on an MM2H visa, which works out perfectly for us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on behalf of the Penang government, I would like to say thank you to Bill also, okay? Because Malaysia is a beautiful country. We have 13 states. But Bill finally chose Penang, okay, a lovely island, okay.
Yes.
So Bill, so when 3 years ago, first time, all right, when you entered to the Penang, what is your feeling? What you feel?
Well, 3 years ago was not our first time.
Oh,
Yes, because we actually had been thinking about retiring for quite a long time.
Okay.
In 2015, we started thinking about what life would look like in retirement.
okay,
And Lynn and I had traveled to Asia for a number of years, almost 20 years.
okay.
And quite honestly, we fell in love with Bali, Indonesia.
Oh,
We traveled there a lot on holiday. We just felt connected to the spirituality of Bali and the people of Bali.
okay,
But realistically, it's quite difficult to retire there. The visa's not very desirable for us.
Yes.
Healthcare, unfortunately for my family in Bali, I'm sorry, but the healthcare is really not the standard that I
Okay,
expected.
okay,
And I've been traveling to Malaysia on business for a couple of years.
Okay.
And Lynn was just curious. She said, I don't know much about Malaysia, so she's online doing research.
okay,
And she found the MM2H visa.
okay,
So I started looking at it, and I thought, this is something maybe we could look at.
Okay.
We did more research. Well, we looked at KL, but it's a bit chaotic lifestyle there, more
busy,
urban,
very
very busy.
Yes.
And then we found Penang, and we started researching and said, this is probably a good fit for us. So we
Okay.
actually traveled here in 2016
Okay.
on a holiday.
All right.
We stayed in several locations around the island, just trying to feel what felt good for us.
All right.
And at the end of that holiday, we looked at each other and said, yes, this Penang is where we want to start our retirement.
Okay.
So we kept planning for the next couple of years. And yeah, I retired in early August.
All
And
right.
we moved to Penang in late September.
Oh, okay. So it's because you are here 2016.
2016 was the holiday, yes.
Holidays.
Moved here in 2018.
18, 2 years later.
Yes.
So it's like you 6 weeks after you retired.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So it means you decided in 2016, but 2 years later, then you are here in
Yes.
Penang. So now you are 3 years here.
Yes.
Okay, so now we are at Alilatu.
Yes.
Okay, so why Alilatu? Penang has so many, you know, condominiums.
So many condominiums.
Yeah.
During our visit in 2016, like I said, we stayed in a lot of places. And so when we arrived in 2018,
Okay.
we went to several condos, primarily in Tanjung Tokong, Straits Key area, along Gurney Drive, because that's really where we thought we wanted to stay.
Yes.
Tanjung Bunga wasn't on our radar, quite honestly.
Gurney Drive, the first choice.
Yeah, so after we'd visited all these properties with our property agent, we kind of said to her, we're just not feeling right about any of these properties.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what, let me take you to one more place. And it's named Alila too.
Okay.
Okay, I saw it on iProperty.
Yeah, iProperty, yes.
But it really felt like it was too far away from Georgetown and the city. But I said, let's go take a look at it.
Okay.
We walked into the grand lobby here at Alila too, and then upstairs to the resort-style pool that we have here. And Lynn just kept saying, wow, wow, wow. Now, I knew I still had to negotiate a price.
Yeah.
I kept quiet. I didn't say a word. But finally, we went upstairs to the condominium.
Yeah.
We walked out to the balcony, and we saw this amazing view of Tanjung Bunga and the Andaman Sea.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
I said, wow. We knew at that point this is where we wanted to stay.
Okay.
We feel that Lila 2 is the best condo in Penang. Certainly our units aren't the super large condos that you might find at some of the condos here. But we think from an amenity standpoint, there's no better condo than here.
Yes.
The location here is amazing.
Because it's not like at Batu Fringi,
No,
it's just like
it's
a
too far
beginning.
out.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of Tanjung Bunga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're at the back of Tanjung Bunga, up the hill a bit. And so we always get a breeze here. Either it's coming from the sea, nice cool breeze, or it's coming down from the forest that stretches all the way to the south end of the island. And after a week, we realized we do not need to run the air conditioner here.
Yes.
We keep the windows and the doors open. And the benefit of that is we save on our electrical budget because we just run aircon in the bedroom at night, and that is it's quite cheap.
Yes. It's like, because you see now we are here at Alila 2 ground floor. You can see the breeze, it's very cool,
It's very cool.
And also because that Alila 2 is located at the hill, at the back is a hill. If you talk about feng shui also, it's very good. Yeah, you support by the hill and you're facing to the sea. So what Bill say is correct. It's actually you do not need to actually switch on the electricity. It's because it's very cool here, and you have a very huge balcony actually.
Beautiful balconies.
Yeah, so we spend a lot of time at the balcony also. Okay, so this is Alila 2. That's why Bill stay here for 3 years. 3 years.
Yes.
I think the owner is actually majority here also is from Hong Kong.
Our owner is from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Richard, I've never met you, but
he
allows. You did.
I did.
Very nice.
I met him.
Hi, Richard. Hopefully you're watching this. So we appreciate you allowing us to stay in your beautiful condo. I think you made the right decision.
Yes, yeah. So it's okay. Today weather also is actually very nice, very nice. So maybe Bill, you has been 3 years here in Penang. So maybe you can share with us, how you spend your time, daily. What are you doing?
Sure.
Then 3 years in Penang. All right. I believe Penang is a small island. So
it is.
Any place that you like in Penang, that you spend your time here,
Yeah.
So maybe you can share with us your experience.
Sure. Look, if you want to move to Penang and enjoy a very relaxing lifestyle, as you said, you can spend 12 hours a day on the balconies here, just enjoying this magnificent view. Enjoy your coffee in the morning or maybe an adult cocktail in the evening. And some days Lynn and I do that.
Okay.
But we like a bit more active lifestyle.
Okay.
So for us in the morning, it's usually walking to Tanjung Bunga, maybe over to Pearl Hill, hiking. I love to hike the forest back behind here because 50 meters from our guardhouse, we can hit the trails that go up into the forest, and from there I can go anywhere on the island throughout the trail system.
Is it far? Is it how far?
Some of them can be quite far.
Oh.
Yeah, last Saturday, my neighbor Thomas and I did 10K through the hills in Balik Palau.
Sorry, it's not my cup of coffee, okay?
We also like to stay active, volunteering where we can. Lynn has started teaching sewing skills to some of the refugees that are here.
Okay.
I volunteer to teach English several times a week. And as an example of if you want an active lifestyle, here's our last 2 weeks and the next couple weeks. Because we talked earlier, it's a busy season right now.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, we flew up to Langkawi for a beach holiday. We came back on Friday. On Saturday morning, we drove to Kedah because we were invited to a local Malay wedding. Friends of ours that we met 3 years ago. Both their son and daughter were getting married that day, so it was a double wedding.
Okay.
Last Sunday, we got
which part of Kedah?
Kota Kuala Muda. So it's just across the Kuala Muda River from Penang in the next state of Kedah.
Okay.
And then this Sunday, we were also invited to a wedding on the mainland in Seberang Krai. That's Butterworth. And it was actually the daughter of a former security guard that worked here at Lila too. I still stay in contact with him. He invited me and Lynn to the wedding, so we were able to participate in that special day for him.
It's like he knows more places than me. I'm still shame, as a Penang.
That's because I'm still very curious.
You know a lot of places.
Yeah.
And I believe you can speak Bahasa also, correct?
Sikit-sikit.
Sikit-sikit.
So tomorrow night, Lynn and I are going to do a dinner cruise from Straits Key down to the First Bridge. Okay. And we're going to cruise along this beautiful sunset view of Georgetown and Penang Hill. Okay. I'm looking forward to that one. Okay. Saturday night, we have an early Christmas dinner party here to Lila 2 with several of the couples that live here. On Sunday morning, Lynn and I fly to Sabah for a golf tournament that we're invited to, where we get to help celebrate the 72nd birthday of our new governor of Penang. So I'm looking forward to that.
Wow.
Then we go to Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve are fully booked.
Wow. So you are not retired actually.
It's a busy retirement.
You are not retired.
It's a busy retirement.
You are busy than me. Okay, so I look at your schedule. It's like every day is like so enjoying. It's so meaningful. You even attend our Malay friends wedding. You went to Kedah. You go to Langkawi. Now you see you are going to Sabah. Okay,
looking forward to that.
So you can see that even is retired, but actually many things you can do. It's like you also voluntary to teach in English, correct or not? Actually, I believe Bill is also contributed to the community of Alila too. Okay, so you can see that living here in community is like understand each other. And I think Penang is Penang people like us, even though we have multi-races, but I think like what you say, the language-wise is not a problem, correct?
No.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that made it really easy for us.
Yeah.
Certainly the healthcare here is world-class and very inexpensive. Yeah. And that was certainly one decision maker for us.
Yeah.
But as an English speaker, I don't have to learn a new language when I come here. English is spoken throughout Malaysia. Now, Lynn and I feel it's important to learn some common phrases and vocabulary, just as out of respect for the people and the culture, and we do that. But we don't have to. English is quite fine. And for those of us that are joining us today, that Mandarin is your first or maybe even your second language, you're going to feel at home here as well, because that's commonly spoken throughout the island.
Because it's like now a lot of people thought that like those expats from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, they say, oh, I can't really speak a good English. Then I say not a problem, because
not a problem here.
Because the local people, they can speak many languages. Not only the Chinese actually, the Malay and the Indian, they also can speak Chinese.
Yes.
Sometimes you go to the market, you thought they don't understand, but they understand.
Yes.
So you can see that the multi-races culture and the living here is something very special.
Yes, it is.
So, do you really, Penang, just now you talk about, you have a group, you have a lot of friends, you know the culture here, you attend the Malay wedding, you play golf, you hiking, Then how about the food in Penang?
Do I have to say anything about the food in Penang?
You have to.
I think it's known throughout the world.
You have to. Any food you think is very special that you love it? in Penang?
Of course.
Yeah.
Here in Penang, we have this wonderful fusion of Chinese and Indian and Malay cooking.
Okay.
And then we have these regional influences from Thailand and Vietnam and Indonesia.
Yeah.
And they all blend together to what some people consider the best cuisine in Southeast Asia.
You eat chili?
Of course.
Spicy?
Now, my wife, Lynn, would say no, but of course, yes.
Oh.
I enjoy that.
Oh, because you know, Malaysia all spicy food a lot, right?
Most of it is a bit spicy, but that's okay for me. I enjoy that quite a
Oh.
bit. And even as a Westerner,
Yeah.
there's plenty of options for finding comfort foods that
Yes,
I'm
yes.
used to that make me happy. But I tend to prefer to enjoy this wonderful cuisine that we have here in Penang and
Yeah.
in Malaysia. It's awesome.
Yes, because of the multicultural. So you have a spicy food, you have a hawker food like char kway teow, you know, and you have Indian food. And because that not only this food, like what you say, you have a very nice fine dining, Western, Korean, Japanese.
Yes.
So it's many food here is actually in Penang, right?
Yes.
So 3 years in Penang. Any fun story you want to share with us?
Fun stories.
Yeah. Any special story?
Okay, maybe not a fun story, but I think I'll share one that I think will resonate with anyone that's joining us today that may
Yeah.
be contemplating
Yeah.
moving to Malaysia.
Yeah.
I think most humans around the world
Yeah.
will never travel outside their home country.
Okay.
And certainly a much smaller percentage will ever contemplate moving to a new country because this world can be a bit scary.
Yes.
Thinking of moving to a new country with a new language and a new lifestyle and new foods. I like to think of the world as much smaller than that, much less scarier and much more connected. I've been blessed to be able to travel a lot in my lifetime. And we are much more connected than we think. So we arrived here in September of 2018, I'm sorry. And just a couple months later, we took a 1-week holiday to Langkawi.
Okay.
Stayed at a beautiful resort on the western edge of the main island. Arrived in the hotel, went to the hotel restaurant, beautiful out over the water, sunset view, just very beautiful and romantic. And I met the waiter that was waiting on us that night. His name was Subham. So we finished the meal, and I noticed a couple tables had cleared out. Subham didn't have anything to do, so I called him over, and I just started talking to him.
Yeah.
So I said, Subham, where are you from? He said, I'm from Calcutta, India. I said, I've been to Calcutta. One time in my life, I spent 1 day there. And he said, why were you in Calcutta for 1 day? And I said, well, it was not a planned trip.
Yeah.
I was actually flying from Dhaka, Bangladesh to Bangalore, India, with a connecting flight through Calcutta.
Oh.
And unfortunately, our flight from Dhaka was delayed.
No.
We missed our connection in Calcutta.
So you had to spend 1 night there.
Had to spend 23 hours there because there's only one flight a day from Calcutta to Bangalore. So I did as much as I could. We went to some museums, saw the town, and enjoyed it. And he said, when was that? I said, it was probably before you were born. It was back in 1999. He kind of smiled. He said, I was born in 1999.
Oh.
He said, what month were you there?
Yeah.
I said, it's November. He smiled again. He said, I was born on the 9th of November, 1999.
Wow.
And I got this puzzled look on my face. Lynn will tell you this. I said, someone give me a minute. So I pulled out my phone. I use Google Calendar,
Yeah.
and my appointments have never get deleted by Google unless I delete them. So I scroll back through my phone to November 1999, and there it was. November 9th was a flight from Dhaka to Bangalore. So
Wow.
here I'm an American immigrant to Malaysia, talking to another Indian immigrant to Malaysia.
You see.
The one day in my life that I was in Calcutta, India, was the day this young man was born.
Yeah.
And I have other stories of how this world is connected
Yeah.
by human beings. They're long stories, so I won't share that with the audience today, but if you ever contemplate picking up and moving your life to another country, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
One of the great things about moving to another country today, we didn't have this 20 years ago, but social media.
Yes.
Look, if you want to jump on a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group, a WeChat group, there's so many people out
Yes.
there that are willing to help you out.
Yes.
Even here in our community in Lila, too, we
Yeah.
have a WhatsApp group. And that's often what we use it for is new residents that have come in and said, can you guys recommend a dentist? can you tell me an aircon repair person?
Yeah.
Where's the best Thai restaurant in town? And so we now have these resources that make it a bit easier to pick up your life and move to another country.
Yeah. Well, it's so coincident, yeah?
Yeah.
This is called, like, even though people say the world is big, to me the world is not big.
No.
The world is really small.
It is.
Right, correct.
It is. I agree.
It's because sometimes even a Penang is just a small island. From the small island you go to the Langkawi, you also can meet someone that, and the date, something, the date and the month and the year.
It was unbelievable.
Wow, this is well, sometimes it's like we thought something that, why we want to travel so far, correct? Why I want to choose that? But what you say is correct, is there are many places in the world, right?
Yeah.
And people thought that, why must go away? Some people, they say, I born here, I live here, I'm going to die here, I'm not going to travel. But actually the world is beautiful. There are many places that, we have to go and see, So we hope pandemic is over and everyone can travel again, okay? So I think these 2 years is everyone is like, locked down and then, stay at home, But now, okay, slowly we are back. We are back to the normal.
Yes.
So, were you, because you're at least 3 years here, you have traveled many places, and you also go holiday many places. Would you recommend, Malaysia or Penang to your friends or relatives? What are the, maybe you can tell us, Let's say we say three things, three things in Penang. What 3 things you think you want to talk about Penang? Yeah.
Well, first, absolutely, I would recommend Penang.
Yeah.
Look, I have to be honest, life in Penang is not perfect.
Yeah.
No country is.
Yes.
There's certainly things that I wish were different here, but
Yeah.
when you weigh the positives and compare it against the negatives,
Yeah.
it's clear this is a good place to live.
Yeah.
Of all the expats that I know here that have chosen to move here, there's not a single one that regrets that decision. Not
Okay.
one.
On behalf of the Penang Night, we say thank you.
Yeah. Of those expats that I know that have had to leave Penang, usually these are younger people still in the workforce. Maybe they're working for one of the many multinational companies that we have here. Their contracts expire and they're moving on to their next assignment. They do have regrets, and their regrets are that they're having to leave. They and their family have fallen in love with this place, and now it's a sad time as they have to leave this place. Look, the food culture here is amazing. There's no doubt about that. It's easy to assimilate into the culture and society here in Penang. Geographically, it's a very safe place.
Yeah.
Here, look, I don't know if you follow the news, but we had some terrible tornadoes near my home in Indiana over the weekend, where almost 100 people were killed.
Yes.
It's very sad.
Yeah, I saw it.
And here, we don't worry about earthquakes.
Yeah,
we don't
no
worry about
disaster.
volcanoes, no typhoons.
Yeah.
It's very, very safe. But for Lynn and I think the most important thing that we treasure about Penang and Malaysia are the people.
Yeah.
I mentioned we've been to several weddings recently. We got another wedding coming up in January. We've been invited into funerals.
Yeah.
We've been invited into people's home where they want to share their culture, even sacred religious ceremonies. We've been invited into people's homes to do that. There's not once in my 3 years have I ever felt anger from another person here, which in my home country, I couldn't say that. I'm sure in the last 3 years, I would have bumped into that unfortunate incident several times. But here,
Yes.
it's not perfect. We
Yes.
have to be honest.
Yeah.
but
Nothing. No. Any place is perfect. Yeah.
No, but I think overall, if you're contemplating moving to Penang, I'm pretty confident you will have no regrets. You'll assimilate in here quite quickly. And you may be like Lynn and I and decide this may be your forever home.
Yeah. It's easy to get along.
Yeah.
And the people here, we are friendly. We like welcome people,
Yes.
And as some of my customers that they walk on the street, sometimes they ask, they say no problem at all, because people willing to help, and people, one thing good about Malaysian is they know multi languages.
Yes.
They can speak English, they can speak Chinese, you know. So it makes a lot of expatriate feel easier, right? Easier, because sometimes you go to a place that the language is a problem, it's very difficult, you want to live there, you know. But Penang or even Malaysia, you know, we don't have the kind of problem. Yeah.
No.
So today we are very, very happy that Bill shares so many things with us, the expatriate living in Penang, you know. And I'm very ashamed to say that he knows more than me. That is a problem, you know, right? Because we Penang always thought that, don't worry, we stay here, we have plenty of time, you know. But I think this is wrong, right? So there are, sometimes you think about the pandemic, right? You thought, oh, I can't travel. But sometimes you think about a good one is like, it's a time for you to really travel. Cuti Malaysia, cuti Penang. Go see more things about our lovely country, our lovely city that we live, you know. There are many things we don't know. So we should venture more. So next time I think I will join a Bill group, you know, and maybe sometime they go somewhere where I don't know, correct?
I'll show you a couple new places.
Yeah, I live here for more than 50 years. I'm so shameful, I tell you. So next time I must follow Bill to go and see more places, you know, so that I think we should, before we can travel to overseas, then I think we should enjoy the cuti Penang, all right? So Penang is a lovely place. Once again, thank you, Bill, all right? And please remember to like, share, and subscribe our The H Channel Season 2. So see you next time. Bye.
Bye.